Okay, we're live again. I think. Let me find my. For some reason, my restream chat isn't connecting, which basically means I'm not able to see Twitch and YouTube on the same page for chat. Please. Just chat. Okay, I think that's all. Hope for now. There you go. Thank you, Wolfie, for the social love. Hey, Faded. Please tell me it's saved quite close to where I was. Do you?
Right. Let's see if we can find out who's been over-seasoning the soup in this place. This is the place. LAPD. Who owns this factory, ma'am?
Mr. Parnell. Howard Parnell. I'll let him know you're here. Please, take a seat.
If you don't mind, we'll come with you.
If you must.
You just wanted to follow her, didn't you? You sly dog. I must apologize for my partner's roving eye. He hates saying goodbye, but he loves watching them leave.
Give it a rest, Roy.
If you could show these men in to see Mr. Parnell, Doris. They're from the LAPD.
Follow me, gentlemen.
What is going on?
LAPD. Sit tight, fatso. you could be in very serious
Awesome, it
trouble.
didn't put me too far back.
There's no
Just at
reason
the
to be
beginning of the
rude.
conversation.
Take a seat, gentlemen. I'm sure we can sort this all out.
Maybe you can explain why we found $5 bags of marijuana in sealed Parnell soup cans.
That's an outrageous allegation.
How do you explain it, Chubby? We found at least 3 cans, all sealed up tight with your label on them.
Can I get a list of your employees?
Of course, we have nothing to hide. Doris, can you bring me in the current employee listing?
Here it is, Mr. Parnell.
On the desk, please.
Any name on that list that rings a bell?
Shit, which one was it? That.
This is familiar. 1452 North Las Palmas. A Jorge Garcia Cruz. How are your sales, Mr. Parnell?
Just fine and dandy, son.
Hey,
Entering
Juice
a
Box.
new era of prosperity. I
It's
hope you're
been
both big
years.
soup eaters.
Mr. Parnell, do you know what kind of trouble you're in?
Yeah, I
Come
still
clean
feel
with us.
crappy.
Okay, so
Vomiting
things
and
are
all
a
that
little
jazz, but
flat.
hopefully it'll get better.
We're deciding whether to lower production. It's taken a while to adjust to not having any military contracts. You know, we sold Uncle Sam 5 million cans of minestrone.
It's been months.
The factory sealed cans we found suggest a very professional operation, Mr. Parnell. We're looking for an inside man.
I know nothing about this. I want this stopped as much as you do.
Tell me what I want to know, Parnell, or I will have half the LAPD down here tearing this place apart. You're hiding something.
Am I right in thinking you would not want to pursue misdemeanors outside your drug case?
Depending on what you call a misdemeanor, we might be prepared to turn a blind eye.
The truth is, I employ a lot of illegals. No one wants to do menial work anymore. Most of my factory staff are wetbacks. The local blacks and Chicanos all want jobs in the aircraft factories.
Presumably because the pay is a lot better.
Did you leave them at Juicebox's house?
Ever heard of Juan Garcia Cruz?
Not that I know of.
He has a brother employed here. You know him?
We employ large numbers of Mexicans. I'm not familiar with them all.
That's funny, Parnell. He has the same address as his brother Juan, who we shot dead less than an hour ago. You better give me something.
Look, I'm not involved in this. I'm getting enough grief from Washington. There's an investigation going on into profiteering. Like a guy shouldn't be able to turn a buck while the war is on.
I'm sure thousands of dead Marines sleep soundly knowing that you did okay. Tell us about Jorge Garcia Cruz.
Jorge? I had no idea of his last name. His team does daily maintenance on the conveyor belts and cookers.
So he's here now?
No, maintenance is at night. Night shift finishes around midnight. He would usually come in around 9 p.m. and have everything ready for the morning shift at 6.
We'd like to take a look around the factory floor, Mr. Parnell.
I hope we won't have to shut down the line.
No, nothing like that.
Thank you. I'm grateful for that. I'll show you around myself.
I hate
Okay,
seeing
I
how
think that
things
we're
are
up to
made.
where we were.
This is
a
gonna be
little
like
bit
that time I
further.
went to the slaughterhouse and couldn't eat steak for a week.
This is where the produce comes in. We peel and sort all of the vegetables and add them to the line in regular quantities.
Why is he shouting like that?
Fascinating.
This is after we chase the guy driving the truck. This is as far
Why
as
don't
we've
you
been.
keep quiet? Might learn something.
Oh, good God. This really is turning into some nightmare school trip flashback.
This 10 years after.
This is the hopper, which boils and purees the vegetables. The other hopper is for the pasta. This way, please.
You're loving this, aren't you, Phelps?
His acting.
The soup is ladled
This way,
automatically into
please.
cans. Next stage is labeling.
Am I voice acting
I'd like to
yet?
see the packing and dispatch area, if you don't mind.
Sure. It's over here. Follow me.
I'm twirling towards freedom. And then didn't make it. After
This
2
is
years
one of
of
our
waiting.
dispatchers. Sergio, right?
Yes, sir.
These men are from the LAPD. Sergio here records our outgoing deliveries. They all go in the book. Just there on the desk.
Can I have a look at that coin?
Sure, why not?
Silver dollar, right?
Yeah, that's right.
The markings on it say it's been taken out of circulation.
Maybe. I'm not trying to buy anything with it. I like it. Brings me luck.
Do you have access to the canning area?
I do. But I keep to my station. Loading and unloading. Don't care much for soup.
Why would you even mention it then? Why you... Because like someone saying, hello, how are you? And then you quickly getting on the defense and saying, no, I don't even like soup.
Sergio, if you don't give me something, I'm gonna go to Immigration Services and have you deported.
I get a shipment once every 2 weeks. Ernesto does the driving. I don't know his full name. Gets delivered here at night. Jorge gets it canned up.
Fusebox, don't be sorry, be better.
From here it gets sent all over the country.
We're looking for repeat business in large amounts, Cole.
What's going on, Parnell? There's enough soup going to this place every day to feed a company of Marines.
What are you talking about?
What do you know about the 20th century market?
Nada. I get the orders from upstairs. I send the goods where I'm told.
And you don't know Juan Garcia Cruz?
No, not me.
You're a liar, Sergio. You're in it, and I'm gonna break you for it.
You're loco, Placa. I got nothing to do with Juan Garcia.
We found a matching silver dollar on Juan Garcia. What are the odds of that, Sergio?
Juan and Jorge are brothers. They're cousins. They work for some evil gabacho. The guy is an aberration.
Casey, I'm a graduate from
He
Juice
gives
Fluid
out the silver
University.
dollars.
Congrats,
He gets me a list of
Juice.
deliveries every
And
morning.
thanks
20th century is always on
for the
You
knowledge.
keep your mouth shut for today, and I don't take you in. Do we have a deal?
there. Do I have a choice?
Is that a serious question?
That's it for now, Sergio. If we need to speak to you again, we'll put in a call to Mr. Parnell.
If you have to, I guess.
We will be in touch, Mr. Parnell. It is imperative that things appear as normal here. Keep an eye on Sergio in case he gets tempted to blow the whistle.
Thanks. I'll do that. You're going to overlook my little immigration problem, aren't you?
Cheer up, Fatso. We're gonna let you go on squeezing these poor saps a little while longer. Well, until some commie union types infiltrate this place.
I don't like
I am
them.
glad to be out of that place. I never knew fresh vegetables could smell so bad.
Wait, where did the car go? There it is. But I wanted the blue one.
You know the way. You can drive.
Where are we going?
How many years have you been in Vice, Roy?
More years than I want to own up to, Phelps.
Sergio is our guy.
You have any
called
idea who
Ice.
Rojas was talking about?
Ice Ice Baby.
The gringo runs the operation? Could be anybody. You don't expect those morons to be running the show, do you? You ask Roas how much a silver dollar is worth, he'd probably say 50 cents.
Also, don't forget, if you have me on Twitter, to like and retweet my stream, if possible. Yeah, it very much helps, and thank you for Nicole doing that. I'm putting on my seatbelt. Faded.
Sit tight. Let's take a look at what's going on.
Either these customers are serious soup lovers, or I think we found our middleman.
Car 11 King to KGPL.
Car 11 King, go ahead.
I'm requesting assistance in a B-Wagon at 20th Century Markets, 1558 North Highland. Numerous narcotic suspects. Code 2 only, no sirens.
11K, roger.
Okay. Cavalry should be here any minute.
LAPD, nobody move!
I'll take my chances.
I'll take my dances. I'd rather take my dances. I was gonna say that was abrupt. I'm sorry for the button bashing also, that was fast as shit.
Whatever you're carrying, hand it over. I'd say he's got about half a can left. I guess that makes me a pessimist.
You can't take me in.
Take you in? Be glad he didn't shoot you. I wouldn't have chased you. If it was up to me, you'd be talking out of a hole in the back of your head.
I want information.
Senor, I would like to help you.
You're just saying
But I
guilty
got
because he's
family
wearing
in
a vest.
Mexico I have to provide for. And my compadres are very unreasonable.
Your compadres? Turn out your pockets. I need Ray to run down these silver dollars.
I need to make a deal. I need guarantees.
You have identification? Sanchez Erto, Mexican, Tijuana address.
It's a proven fact. Guilty
Here's
people
the
wear
deal,
Christmas
Erto.
sweater vests.
You give me information, and I won't give you to immigration.
Take a 20th only.
Give me EJ, driver bringing in the shipments, or I'll make you for it.
I run the shop. That's all I do.
What do we do here? that we have evidence.
Tell me the goddamn truth. You are in this with the others.
I told you I know them. I told you my family
Ruby
is at
didn't do a
risk.
thing, I dropped the control.
What makes me part of their gang?
Juan Silver Dollar, Sergio's.
You have a silver dollar, Erto, just like Juan. I'm sure Ernesto and the rest have them as well.
The silver dollars are his mark.
Whose? Give me a name.
None of us are allowed to see him. His creatures carry his orders to us. If I gave you his name, I would be buried alongside my wife and children.
If you don't give us something, you will rot in jail while your family starves on the street.
Juicebox, get a bed.
Ernesto Juarez, tonight at 1 a.m. He's bringing the truck into the soup factory. Please help me, sir. Ernesto can be very cruel.
Tell me about the soup cans.
The soup is very popular, as you can see.
It's real funny,
So I
wise
think
guy.
he faded for
You want to try
the
saying that again with no
like and
teeth?
I
retweet.
get a delivery at 7:30 every other day from the factory. Jorge organizes everything.
We know about Jorge and Juan. Juan is dead.
Wake me up
Tell us
inside.
how you know the Cruz boys.
Ernesto put together this thing.
Save
He
me
brought
from
in
the
Juan,
lesson.
Juan brought in Jorge.
Continue.
I was already here. Ernesto knows I'm illegal, so he threatened to report me if I didn't help. And the money is good. The gringos and the gringas, they love the reefer. And I didn't want to have to leave and start again in San Francisco.
You're breaking my heart.
You're under arrest, Erto. I'll speak to the DA and see if he will agree to not seize your assets or deport you. That's the best I can do.
eBay. Amazon is where it's at.
Freddie said they were moving 50 pounds a week. That's a lot of soup cans.
I think this is an interstate operation. Moving dope around the country to selected grasshoppers. Local weed gets distributed in the usual way, through Pachuco street punks.
Someone must know something about this drug baron character.
Here they come. Let them unload the goods first.
Now?
Let's get them.
Look where you're going!
Wait. Your license plate is GGC. We get a Tommy gun in this bitch. Casey gun like me. I don't know what.
All right, move.
Alright, Juicebox, have a good night.
Let's go!
See you next time.
Everyone into position.
Sleep well, my girl.
Perimeter is up. The whole place is contained.
LAPD, put your hands where we can see them. Throw out the guns.
Go, Phil. Get in there.
Real clever asshole.
How long do you think you can hold out?
Yes, it's the Chicago typewriter from Resi 4. I always go to call it that, but then other people are like, what the shit? It's a Tommy gun.
Detectives! Found something here you probably want to see.
Hey, welcome to the stream, Palia. I don't want to slaughter your name. And yeah, drug dealers wiped out. GG.
$1 per dead man. Doesn't seem like much for a human life.
My favorite emoji. The Hey Guys one. That and the sloth.
Tijuana address. We should see what the federales have on it.
This looks like natural causes. Like the lobster
I think
emoji.
we found
how
our
like
stash,
this one.
Cole. Take a look in these boxes.
Take a look in these boxes.
At the very minimum, another 50 pounds.
Detectives, I think we got the guy. Does the name Cruz mean something to you?
It certainly does.
That him? Holy shit.
Must be $1,000 here.
Alright for some?
Yet another silver dollar.
Phelps, Earl, looks like quite a bloodbath. What was this all about?
Drugs and money. What else? Speaking of money, where did that roll go?
I picked it up for safekeeping. The department owes me 50.
Ray, I have another 2 coins for you.
Great. I've got something to show you. It's all set up on the table over here. There. Take a look at these coins you've been collecting.
There are letters cut into each coin, along with not legal tender.
Those are Morgan silver dollars from the 20s. They were removed from circulation and sent for disposal. A number of smelters around the country had the contract. Look at them together. Can you work out what it says?
That looks like the beginning.
The first coin, MAS. The second, ANG. The third, KAY. The fourth, MET. The fifth, ALS. Masanke Metals.
That totally wasn't an accident.
A metal foundry. Would you like the address?
Would I ever?
1034 Vine Street, Hollywood. We'll finish up here. It's already been a long night, Phelps. See if you can talk them into giving themselves up.
I swear I can't leave chat for a second without you guys starting to talk about lobsters.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine, where are we headed?
Metals.
I hope that big wad of cash doesn't weigh you down.
Get your priorities straight, Phelps. We're close to bringing in one of the biggest dope cases of the year, and you're worrying about unsubstantial evidence?
Ew, gross. That sounds way too heavy.
Locked. We need another way in.
Oh, guys. Need another way in, huh? Can I drive a car into it? Not a lobster, I just have hard, thick skin.
Yep, that'll work.
Cover the back door, Roy.
Hey, who the fuck is that?
Find some cover!
Where'd my hat go? Pick it up. There you go. Would you describe it as a shot?
You okay?
I'll tell you when I see what's waiting for us at the top.
You're surrounded, and your buddies are dead. Stay in cover! LAPD, hands up!
Victor Sanders.
You know this guy?
I should have known.
Of course I know Roy. Roy and I have had an arrangement for
Get
many
up.
years.
You're under arrest.
Am I?
We have a mountain of prima facie evidence, as well as the
You'd
testimony.
be surprised how things have a habit of sorting themselves out. Evidence disappearing. Witnesses that can't be found. Policemen that forget. The impossible becomes probable when you have a client list like mine.
Shut your mouth! Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Working vice can be a thankless task, Phelps. But on behalf of the brass and the moms and dads and the concerned citizens, I'd like to commend you and your partner for smashing this dope ring. Reefer is almost as big a threat to the children of this city as communism.
What about Sanders, Lieutenant?
Leave Sanders to me, Phelps. The chief will be looking after that one personally.
He will be brought to trial.
Phelps, we are celebrating your success. Don't push your luck. Sanders is no longer your problem.
Every herb bearing seed. Vehicle damage was on him. I'm pretty sure that he drove the whole time.
Your platoon is what remains of recon. I'm folding you into the 22nd. You'll be going up that damned hill tonight.
We're intelligence gathering, sir.
I don't need intelligence, son. I need men who can hold rifles and kill Japs. Tonight, you're a rifle company. We've got cooks, mechanics, and stretcher bearers all going into the line. We aim to break them tonight, Lieutenant.
Good to see you, Hank.
You too, Cole. How's your war?
Not quite what I expected.
As long as I live, I will never get over that sound.
Hey, who's that medic? He'll be killed going out there. It's Sheldon, the guy from the Osakawa Bridge. That guy's got no fear.
You didn't make it.
I didn't go out there to save him.
What are you saying, man?
I went out there to put him out of his misery, to ease his pain. Do you have a problem with that?
Murder, Corman.
That's war, Lieutenant. Smell the stench. Feel the horse's breath on your neck.
You need help, man.
Call for me tonight, Lieutenant. When you're up on that hill. I've been up there 3 times already. The circles of hell have nothing on Sugarloaf Hill.
Get this madman out of my sight!
As Nicole's partner in everything, including a lawyer, partially, I refuse to allow her to respond to your comment, Faded. It's a trap.
You like the fight game, Phelps?
I did a little boxing in the Marines. I found it a pretty humbling experience.
Also, this one doesn't seem familiar. This might have been the DLC one.
Makes you a sandwich, buddy? Corned beef and egg salad, 12 cents. Bologna and ham and cheese, 10.
Yeah, this one
It's
isn't
strictly a
familiar.
mug's game. You'll like this fight, though. A plucky limey's about to take a beating from an up-and-coming Negro.
You sound pretty sure about the result.
I ought to be. I got $50 on the black kid. Let's get a ringside seat.
And yeah, this one's definitely a DLC one. I would have remembered it.
That son of a bitch Hammond made a run for his dressing room. Let's find out
I'd
what's
feel
going
bad that
on.
you almost burnt your food, but I'd be happy to have food.
God damn you, Alva, you get out here right now!
Step
1 week till
LAPD.
pay.
What's going on?
That son of a bitch Hammond has jammed the door.
And who are you?
Carlo Arcaro, I'm his manager.
I'm his trainer.
Interesting attitude to have towards a victorious athlete.
Victorious? We had an arrangement. We had a goddamn arrangement!
That limey bastard was paid to take a nap. He reneged.
And you were out of pocket?
Damn right. Me and a couple of hundred other people. Stand aside. He squeezed out the window. I'll put an APB out on him.
Why would we do that? He won the fight fair and square.
To prevent him from getting clipped. He was paid to flop. There was big money riding on this
So are we
fight.
here because you lost money, or because we're investigating a prize-fighting racket?
Very funny. Look around and see what you can find. Which is Hammond's locker?
Over by the pinboard, second from the end.
The one that says Hammond.
There's a phone number we can run by R&I. Plus a bunch of names and odds. You're not the only one who likes a flutter, Roy.
Predator, you gonna send it to the UK?
Don't think this is anything.
Hey. More of this backstory.
You look troubled.
You look in trouble.
I'm in a jam, Doctor.
Can I help, Courtney? Is it money?
No, Doctor. That's okay. Do I have your professional confidence?
Whatever you say, we'll never leave this room.
I talked some of the guys in my old unit into doing something, and it's gone wrong. I guess I did it for the wrong reasons, for short-term gain. We came home from China on the Cool Ridge.
Why are the lips so weird?
That was us. I thought I could get the guys a fair share.
Yeah, some of them were.
Some sort of benefit for the sacrifices that they made in the war. Those guys deserve it, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sure they do, Courtney. But the deserving aren't always rewarded.
Tell me about it, Doc. We shifted our stuff onto this mob-connected guy, and it's been turning up all over town. It wasn't meant to be like this.
The presumption was rather naive, Courtney.
I know that now, Doctor. But people are dying.
Might I venture a few questions?
Sure.
Do your underworld contacts have all the morphine?
No, they don't. We doled it out, hoping we could control it.
Are they pressing you for further allocation?
That's the polite way of putting it, Doctor.
I may be able to help you, Courtney.
Thanks, Doc. It helps just to talk about it.
I mean, I have a solution that will help you financially and salve your conscience.
I'm all ears, Doctor.
I will transact to take all the narcotic off your hands. You can rest assured that it will all be medically administered. I will use the funds that I no longer require for the purchase of medication and invest them in housing developments.
Housing?
The developments in question are housing projects for former servicemen. Your return will come from the sale of the properties, and your investment will benefit those that you care for most. Does this arrangement meet with your approval?
You're a magician, Doctor.
Maybe. No.
What now?
R&I could trace that phone number, find out who that limey was talking to before he cut out of here.
I know, but it's not letting me do the... It's not giving me music. Which usually means I'm not done yet.
better find that cocksucker and you bring him to me.
I feel bad too, Mickey. He guaranteed me he would take the flop.
I guarantee that you will be fish food if you don't bring me. Roy,
He was in it
you
before.
out of pocket too?
Mickey? Seems that way.
Don't worry about it. My boys are out looking for him.
Well, you'd better call them off. This is a police matter now. If anything happens to Hammond, I'll testify that you made threats against him.
Who's the Greyhound? He's a frisky one, isn't he?
Cole Phelps? Mickey Cohen.
I know who he is, Roy. I, met his brother-in-law.
I think you had the mixture pretty scared back there.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for the following phone number. AL345.
The address for the phone number is the Hotel El Mar, 6294 Leland Way, Hollywood.
Thanks.
You know the place? Flop house. Quarter a night, no questions asked.
You can drive.
All right, where to?
You seem to have a pretty cozy relationship with Cohen and Stompanato.
Do I note a hint of reprimand in your tone, Detective? Talking to gangsters comes with the turf. You should try out Mickey's place. He's got a haberdasher's up on Sunset. See if he can get you out of those old man's clothes that you slink around in.
It's a front for his illegal activities.
It is that, but he does carry some very sharp suits.
If it's okay with you, I'll stick with Brooks Brothers.
Yeah, what do you want?
LAPD. We're making inquiries into the
friendly.
whereabouts of an Albert Hammond.
No one here by that name.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. This isn't the sort of place where people use their real names. Take a look at the register if you don't believe me.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
Okay, so look for prominent Tommies. That should narrow it down.
The nice thing about egotists, they don't talk about other people.
Marilyn Monroe.
Hey, fuck you, asshole! Hey, don't mind me. I survived the war for this. That's the guy from the paper. Solved that big case.
Winston Churchill. A very patriotic Englishman is staying in room 207.
That's actually what I just...
The old bulldog. Even at a flop house, Adley can't get out from the shadow.
Shirley Temple. I swear I just tried Winston Churchill a few times and I finally...
A skeleton goes into a bar and orders a beer and
The door's unlocked.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Looks like he's had a broad up here.
He must be heading home. You know, I hope he makes it.
That crooked son of a bitch? No chance.
Does Albert have somebody special? Didn't see anyone in his corner at the fight. I guess a fighter has plenty of time on his hands between bouts. It's still warm.
Hot.
Instaheat. Adrian Black's product of choice. Seems like a lifetime ago.
That was one of the first cases, wasn't it? Adrian Black. And Parnell's Soup Company that was just on.
Candy has expensive taste. Albert has his work cut out for him.
Who's Candy?
Candy Edwards, the lady who filled out this coupon. Looks like Albert has been doing some homework.
I love the little
bread
Easter
would be
egg
a nice little
flashback.
nest egg.
They're awesome.
All right.
This game certainly has its faults, but I actually really enjoy it. All in all.
Use this angle if he has a real love interest.
All right. Let's go after his girl. See if that gets us any closer.
Pot soup.
Think about egotists. They don't talk about
That gives pot soup a whole other meaning.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Do we know where we're going?
Hey, thank you for the follow. Palia. Hopefully you enjoy the stream.
So, you boxed in the Marines?
We all did. Standard training.
I can't imagine you ever played dirty.
The only prize for taking a fall was 1,000 push-ups.
But yeah, this is my second time playing it. First time playing it on the PS4. I'm wanting to do try to do
We need to know which room is Candy's.
all correct answers.
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking
1K
for Candy
push-ups
Edwards.
down.
Apartment 7. You take the outside stairs by the parking lot and turn left at the top. You friends of the Italian guy?
Italian guy?
Yeah. Sleazy type? Gave his name as Carlo. I didn't like the look of him, but Candy has some funny friends.
Thanks.
This Candy broad must be as sweet as she sounds. All these gentlemen callers.
That's a terrible pun. Get it because her name is Candy? Sweet as she sounds. Last her on the left, right?
Give it up,
Sounds like
bitch.
we're missing all
He's
the-
like hitting women, do you?
Bastard.
This isn't gonna end well for you, friend.
Well, that was easy. Wait, did I just kill him? No, he's just knocked out.
Out cold, but breathing.
Cool.
Give her a minute and take a look around.
Nah, check his pockets. George.
Carlo here seems to have the same friends as Hammond. What are the odds on them all being bookmakers? Nasty weapon.
All the Italians carry them. A real man uses his fists or a gun.
Wow. I'm not going to get into the hypocrisy there.
Single ticket. One way. I guess there isn't a lot for Albert in Ohio. Scania sails from New York.
He did, he went down really easy.
Take a seat, Miss Edwards. We have some questions for you to answer.
Look, I haven't done anything wrong.
Ever? I find that pretty hard to believe.
Yeah, you're strong
Can
if
you
you
answer
use
some
a gun,
questions
but
now,
a
Miss
knife
Edwards?
is too far.
Sure, I've had worse. I'll shake it off.
Whereabouts of Hammond?
We're trying to track down Albert Hammond. We have reason to believe he might be in danger. Do you know where he is?
No, I don't. I'm over Albert. I haven't seen him.
You're a terrible liar.
You're lying, Candy. You were in his hotel room. He came back after the fight and you weren't there. What happened?
You can't prove that I was in the room.
How do you think we found you, Candy? You wrote your name and address on a coupon.
Look, Albert was supposed to take a fall. We were all supposed to make a little money out of it. But Albert got too goddamn stubborn. Said his pride was all he had left. So I told him shove it. Let's see his pride keep him warm at night.
So you walked out before the fight.
Yes, I did. What's the problem? I didn't take anything.
Do the names Harry, Mervyn, or Ray mean anything to you?
Could be anybody. How the hell would I know?
They're bookmakers, aren't they? Tell me the truth.
How the hell would I know?
Albert wrote his winnings down on a notepad in the hotel room. We found the odds in his locker. Who has the betting slips?
That son of a bitch, Albert. Everyone thought he was dumb, including me. But he beat them all.
You're leaving town, Miss Edwards?
Yes, I'm going straight home.
Albert is going home by boat as soon as he collects his winnings. I know you're going to meet him.
Albert is going to collect nothing. You'll be lucky if you can get out of town in one piece.
How will you fare any better? They already believe you're in on it.
Hell, I know you're in on it.
You can think what you want, Buster. I'll take my chances. I got a few errands to run, and then I say adios to this dump.
Do you want to press charges against Arcaro?
Just get him out of here. That's all I want.
Get out, Carlo, you hump. And get rid of that pig sticker. You ever pull that thing on me, I'll shoot you like a dog.
That bitch knows where Hammond is. She knows where my money's gone.
My money too, tough guy. I'll handle this.
Good luck, Miss Edwards. I hope things work out for you.
Thank you. It's very kind of you to say so.
Bad people are looking to hurt Candy, and yet she's not heading straight for the train station? I smell a payoff. I say stake her out. See where she goes.
Oh no.
Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
Wow. How can she not see his hat? Like, oh my lord. She deserved to get caught. She does. That's what I get for being an asshole. I deserve that. Okay. Game face.
Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
I'm not being suspicious, I'm being nonchalant. Is he following her as well? When you say it like that, faded. She's a popular lady, all these people. Going about their business. How did you discover me? Please tell me that there was some type of checkpoint. Oh, thank fuck. She was far away, and how the shit did she see me? True, a bunch of people probably saw me and called the police. At least someone is considerate. This is a better van to hide behind. I was literally... Okay. Okay, I was behind the fence. So she gets smart. I'm terrible. There's a man being suspicious as fuck. No, with all due respect, it's probably just me being shit. Maybe we should dress as a clown and follow her. I feel like that would give it away. This goes on for a while, doesn't it? Is this her house? Please? Yeah, no one's here yet, bitch. Go about your day. That guy is so suspicious. Just sweeping the thing there. Yeah, he's sweeping dirt like nothing to see here. Meanwhile, I'm just going about my day. Well, it's about damn time. You need a local liquor store, not here. My God. She's ridiculous.
Book makers? Yes. Surprise, surprise.
Saw his picture in the paper.
You're behind the wheel. Fine, where are we headed? We're here now.
Right, we just followed it.
A blonde woman just came in here.
Solve the big case.
She went out the back way.
Said she was being watched.
How much did she collect?
$3,600. She cleaned me out.
On the Hammond Kid Galahad fight?
You got it. I'm not complaining. We all made a lot of money on that one. Huge plunge on Galahad, and then Hammond knocks the bum out.
So she collected the money and went out through the back door?
Nope. She made a phone call over there, wrote something on a notepad, and then left.
What are you doing?
Oh, is this going to be like before?
Intelligence trick from the Marines. We know where she's headed. Let's get moving.
Sneaky. Why did I come out this way? Wonder how well that actually works. It works, but the person before who was writing would have to write hard. So if there's no indentation, then obviously it's not going to work.
Can you drive to this one?
Where are we going?
Hammond backed himself to win.
And Candy is picking up the winnings. Smart play.
Question is Candy collecting on Albert's behalf, or is she cheating him too?
Car 11K, 11 King. Further to your request, Bunko Fraud has 3 known
Sneaky
bookmakers
like a
operating out of
lobster.
storefronts in the Hollywood area. Thrifty Liquors, 6106 Santa Monica, the Examiner Drugstore, and a Max Spirits at 1658 North Cherokee. KGPL cleared.
Detectives Phelps and Earl, LAPD.
Relax, Cole. You just have a blonde in here, Mervyn?
Sure did. I'm just about to close up. She took me to the cleaners. 4,000 clams and change.
How long ago did she leave?
Maybe 5 minutes. Called a cab. Asked for a number. I told her there was a card over there by the phone.
Yellow cab. We need to get after her, fast.
Wow, that looks like
Well,
a beauty.
wait, that was a phone. I can use.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Can you connect me to the Yellow Cab Company? Hollywood 2187, please. This is Detective Phelps, LAPD. You dispatched a cab to 1487 Ivar Avenue, Hollywood.
Yes, sir. Sent 1 round from the pool.
Do you have the number of that cab?
Number 179.
Thanks.
We're done playing around. Get Mervyn to give us an address on Ray's place.
Do you have any idea who Ray is?
Sugar Ray?
Not now, Mervyn. Cole doesn't have much of a sense of humor at the best of times.
Ray runs a shop up on North Cherokee Avenue, just south of Hollywood Boulevard.
That wasn't that hard, was it?
You know the way. You can drive.
All right, where to?
broad's planning on cleaning out every bookmaker in town.
Hammond needed to make sure he was getting a bigger payday than if he'd taken the flop.
Never trust the limeys, especially where a fight's concerned. A mistake we can't seem to stop making.
That's the cab waiting up ahead. She's not in the car. Don't get too close. She must be inside.
Oh, we have to follow the cab. Follow the taxi.
We're on the move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab. Hammond is over the hill. He's a punching bag for the up-and-comers. She knows his goddamn place.
I think he knows. I think he worked out the place isn't L.A.
He's punchy. His brain's going to mush. Winston Churchill? Give me a break.
Churchill is a fighter, Roy. Hammond didn't just scribble down the first name he could think of.
Careful, we'll get spotted at this distance.
Hammond is full of himself, being this sure he was gonna win.
This one is literally just follow, 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 follow. And I'm 100% sure that this one was added in DLC.
Can you quit driving like a jackass already? Damn it, we got pink. He's off, quick.
That bitch is giving me what I'm owed. That's all I know.
Pull over. She's heading inside. I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
You got a problem, pal?
No.
I'm out of here.
The women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
I was trying to sit down. That's fine. That's fine. It should have been a checkpoint.
Pull over. She's heading inside. I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
What the hell?
That broad has socks in it, Brazier. could save all year and not
See
be
the
able
cop they've been talking about.
That's heavy. I can't believe.
Roy! Call an ambulance.
Hammond got away.
Exactly, Faded.
He said...
Just try and sit still, Candy. Who shot you? Was it Albert?
Car.
They're on the way. I have a patrolman searching the depot. The chief's putting together a manhunt for Hammond. He got the money, right?
Looks like it.
Tough bird, our limey friend. Using his girlfriend as the bag woman and then getting greedy over the split. He won't make it out of town.
That's how you see it?
I told you that cocksucker was a crook.
.32 caliber. One shot fired.
But yeah, you act normal and sit down. That's suspicious, but hiding behind seats ain't. Game logic.
So, what now? The theater, I guess. We don't have much else to go on. You can drive.
Where are we going?
Poor girl. She didn't deserve that.
Poor girl. Half the precinct aren't taking a vacation this year because of her. You need to leave town a lot quicker than that if you decide to screw over Mickey C.
Hashtag game logic.
This seems like a long shot. Aren't they all?
Car 11 King.
Message from the coroner. The cause of death was a knife wound. Repeat, a knife wound. Revolver appears to have belonged to the victim.
Son of a
KGB all clear.
bitch. He stabbed her.
I thought you said real men use their fists, not guns.
That guinea cocksucker. You think he got the money too?
Come on, Roy. We're bringing this whole tragedy to its conclusion.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish this case, take a short break, like literally just leave the stream on, make myself a drink, and then come back within 5 minutes. And then we'll try and finish up the vice desk, which means 1 or 2 more cases, I believe.
Why'd you kill her,
So that's the game plan.
Your gripe was with me.
She was collecting the money for you. Mickey made it clear it was either me or you, and I intend to keep on living.
Okay, I'm stuck. There you go. Okay, sounds good, Casey. Awesome. Can I go up there? No.
She stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
She was running out on
I
me.
let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up. Just like my manager set me up. Everyone wanted me to take a dive. Everyone wanted me to take a short money. It's for the best kid.
You were washed up, kid! You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere!
Maybe, but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't for lack of trying, and it wasn't for lack of courage. I didn't have much. but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me!
You did it for yourself, so did little boy. You did it to make a quick buck, and Candy did it to make her dream come true.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got the money, all I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
Me think shoot out or chase. Does he have
We've heard
views or
enough,
not?
Arcaro. Put down your weapon.
You're making a big mistake, Arcaro.
Where are you? You limey cocksucker.
Where's the there.
You're clear, go! You're covered, Phelps. Move, I've got you.
Hey.
It's time to come out now, Hammond.
Cheers, Nicole.
Put the gun down, Roy.
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
Catch. Escania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
Why?
Because I was a Marine and I once lacked courage. Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Fuck you! That English prick is getting away with my money, Phelps!
I take offense.
Donnelly and the homicide squad send their best, Phelps. They're more than pleased that you wrapped up the Edwards killing. They're a little mystified about the motive. You have any ideas on that?
Crime of passion, sir. Looks like some sort of love triangle between the manager, the fighter, and his girlfriend.
No sign of the scrapper?
No, sir. Looks like he left town after the fight.
Okay. It's homicide's problem now. Good work, gentlemen.
Hey.
.187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the Army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Okay. Before we continue, the Naked City, was it? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a short break, literally for like 5 minutes, get a drink, and then be back. It's like half 4 a.m. and a drink wouldn't be bad. Okay. Hopefully I'll see you all soon when I get back. Hey, we are back. Hopefully you guys stuck around and we can finish off the vice desk. Hey, Amy. Hopefully you've been well. I want to go watch Cowboy Bebop. It's my favorite anime. Cowboy Bebop is awesome. And if you're wondering why I can't say it, it's because it's like 5 AM. Don't judge. Don't judge me. I need to rewatch it. Hey, Snake. How you doing? No, I remember this. We don't go out this way, do we? That way is...
I didn't want to arrest with that getup of yours anyway. I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm the same way they would a fat broad in a 5 o'clock shadow.
Wow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
I don't know when he's joking and when he's not. Hey, Amy. Wanted to come see how the detective work was going. My switch ran out of power. Oh, so the true motives come out. Your switch ran out of power and then you're like, oh, I guess Casey's stream is on. I'm joking. There is no obligation to watch me. I'm joking. Extra, read all about it.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
%50 serious, 50% joking, 100% douche. Oh, I thought you meant me. I was about to fucking
We
slap
recovered
you.
the morphine.
Okay.
Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks.
Bitch, you're about to get slapped. Wait, apartment what? Faded, goddammit, you choose the worst times to stop being funny. Didn't they say apartment 6? Apartment 6. Yeah, that would be it.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Your two old partners
Here,
and
here.
our partners.
Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Apartment 6. That was the hardest one for me, Snoop. Can you move out of my way, please? Sir, please.
Phelps? Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest. Take a closer look at her head and neck.
The neck is bruised pretty badly.
That's a bite mark.
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
A very unusual ring.
Could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down, and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Faded. You stole Parker's
Quality
drink.
English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Still better than a sweater vest, am I right?
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Parker isn't here, fair play.
We should speak to her doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster. Looks like barbiturates.
My stomach. Oh. Can you stop getting in my way, please? Fucking hell. Look at him. I think he was the killer.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Popping the mollies, you sound like a Hollywood Undead song. That was strangely anticlimactic, but I'm guessing that there's one of these. I got part of
Been a modeling assignment. It's a place to start. Beautiful girl. Those certainly aren't from the Sears catalog. I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
What are you hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia was obviously disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is he gonna start calling her an old hag yet?
She was taking barbiturates. She couldn't sleep. You must have seen them in her room.
You've seen the pillbox, the things she hid in there. I don't know how she supported herself. Always new clothes and jewelry. She lived like a movie star. A princess. Does modeling really pay that well?
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
And we've already passed Halloween.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking.
She is a terrible liar.
He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry, I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
I can't exactly accuse her because I don't have evidence that she didn't like it, so back up.
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement and then you can go home.
Oh, this twat again.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
What was that smile that Roy
You think
did?
Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know.
His hair.
I'm with Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
His hair kept changing. Do you see? It's the shit. His hair is possessed.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine, where are we headed?
Should we go to doctor?
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Bandages. There. 505.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Yes,
looks
sir,
fancy.
your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No,
Casey got working
we
for
wouldn't.
us.
Tell him we want to see
I
him
mean,
now.
have a good rest.
There's no need to be
and have a
rude.
good shift.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD
care.
here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
You'll be disappointed if he's not stoned or made of stone.
Your investigation is much more important than my sciatic.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Very little. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective?
Yes.
Do you have access to my patient records?
Shouldn't we have a prescription? Yeah.
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
Wow.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
I doubt it. No good to me.
That guy is an enabler.
The old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when he said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
How are the fluff babies? Tonight Ruby is asleep, and I'm pretty sure that Willow is as well.
Can you drive to this one?
And Charlie probably.
Do we know where we're going?
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
No, because Willow sleep in my mum's room because my door is always shut. And then Ruby sleeps in our room. So there's some adoption videos of kittens earlier. I made me really want a kitten. Willow is a gorgeous little boy.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning.
Still need to do that, just chatting.
How long had
chatting
Julia
with
worked as a
Willow
model?
And Ruby.
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiance, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station?
I think it
would be
depends on
very
the
helpful
pearls
to
and
our
depends on the diamonds.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
Oh no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Yeah, depending on the diamond.
You know the way. You can drive.
All right, where to?
Why have they still got that one? Wait, 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 wait.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please. Thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over. You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
I'm almost done with that one. Do you want to look up for me? Okay. More.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening, Mal.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
I'm gonna go right ahead and jump to conclusions. That was not natural causes. Just a hunch. That might have been.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
This small guy is heartless. At least close our eyes.
I'm going to
yeah.
memorize your name.
There's interview room 2. Interview room 2. Oh, visit you in front of me.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Burrow. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck-on-the-shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private. Heather won't have to know. Yes. We had relations.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, Detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
That's funny. Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco.
Okay, you got it. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. Thought you could get something from this guy.
She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. You think she might have convinced him to buy it for her?
Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julia Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved.
Faded.
But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us
Miss
that you were in
Casey,
fashion.
Dark Wolf plays, I can get used to that.
That's right.
I want to make some kind of traveling salesman?
You know you made. Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
He's full of shit.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at
Again
the
with the
light.
tailing. This music still reminds me of Twin Peaks.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse?
That's a compliment.
Actually, maybe you don't.
I need to rewatch Twin Peaks, don't I?
You got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps.
Would you like to take over? By all means, either stop running your mouth or take over. That was him. His face put me up.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
The owls are not what they seem.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Too close, Phelps. Way too close.
Two cars behind is usually rule of thumb.
God damn it. Everyone's looking at us, Cole.
That sounds like a you
That
problem.
idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Yeah, I remember that. When Cooper first goes
He needs
there.
money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned.
Yeah, there was
I'll
one
stick with
mission
him
on the
and see how
Snake
he
when we
intends
were
to spend
literally
the
just
money.
following the whole mission.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Is that him?
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
What are you doing?
He needs money and fast.
Yeah.
Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him. See how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Why, you? What are you doing?
I was behind a wall. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do this one, and then the last case of this section, so the vice deaths, and then we're gonna call it for the night.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him. See how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
I really don't like the tailing sections. Orange is the New Black is amazing. You're welcome, Faded. 4 Twin Peaks and Orange is the New Black. 2 of the better shows. What? No, I don't want to skip it. I mean, I do, but I don't. Faded.
He needs money and fast.
Orange is the New Black was addictive.
Get in there and find out what
To
he
me,
wants.
but whatever
I'll
floats your
stick
boat.
with him. See how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
You're welcome, Faded.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
I need to finish Daredevil.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what
He
wants.
must have eyes in the
I'll
back
stick
of his
with
head,
him.
either that
See
or
how
I'm
he
just
intends to spend the
tired
money.
and not doing it
Too
right.
much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it,
Am I
Phelps.
doing it super
I'll bring
wrong
the
or
car
something?
around
Feel
when
free
I'm
to
done
tell me
here.
in chat if I'm doing it completely wrong. Daredevil was really good.
What do you think?
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Okay, so I literally have to stay behind there until he's gone. That's the only way. I don't remember where I got up to in Daredevil. I think I watched season 1. It was really good. I don't know why I didn't continue.
He needs money and
But I'll
fast.
go back and rewatch it probably. I'll get you to watch it with me.
Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him.
Yeah, it's
See
on
how he intends
Netflix.
to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Help me.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
And I loved Jessica Jones. That was really good. I watched the first 2 seasons, but again, I need to go back and watch the 3rd season. Or did I watch the first? I don't know. I don't remember. There's at least 1 season from that I haven't watched.
This is outrageous.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
You're welcome. Finally.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be. LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
My God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
I really enjoyed Jessica Jones. I never watched Iron Fist.
Go ahead, KGPL.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Homicide detectives Bukowski and Galloway have information relating to the Randall case.
Roger, KGPL. 11K, en route.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King, go ahead.
R&I reports the last arresting officer for DOA Jimmy LeBlanc was Patrolman Fred Wallace, who's working a shift on Hollywood 9th Beat, Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Car 11K, en route.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
That.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud. Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox. Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad. You can drive.
Where are we going?
Come on, let's give...
Oh, Ruby, you didn't. Ruby. Faded, shut up. Bitch.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right
Shit,
after
what
this
the
little
heck?
prick in the alley.
What the hell happened?
Throw out the guns. You're covered, Phelps. I got you.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. I nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
Someone about
His
to be
partner?
sacrificed to Cthulhu.
Big
Pretty
guy.
much.
I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
When he gets in
You're
the
behind
car,
the wheel.
like, I'm driving.
Fine, where are we headed? You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
The strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. It could be.
Thank you, Nicole. Well, that's a fancy ass house.
Nice house.
They can be a patron.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
She trying to smash.
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
Oh, that's gonna be good.
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
I already don't like her.
We recovered
Why
the
you
cigarette
10,000,
case
not
from a
25.
pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
A terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eavestrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You've only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Oh, damn it.
Friends, quality is an American trait, and Americans recognize quality whether they're in New York, Milwaukee, Chicago, or Los Angeles. The same goes for quality beer.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
What is socking it, sister? You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
He's lovely, isn't he? She looked like she had donuts in her hair. Or a bee's nest. No damage run. Nicole, shut up. Your opinion is not valid. Guys, what's the wager? I can make it there without any damage? Oh no. Vote in chat. Am I gonna make it to the place without any damage? Where am I? It's here. Where am I? Okay. Vote in chat. Twitch, YouTube, whatever. Vote in chat. Am I gonna make it there without damage? Go ahead. Okay, so here's the deal. Everyone is voting no, so everyone... No, seriously. If I make it there no damage, everyone owe me $5. That includes you, Nicole. Everyone owe me $5 if I make it there, deal? I'll be talking about y'all like you're Bobby. Nicole isn't sweet. Done. Okay, $5. Get ready to hit the link in the description. Boy, you're about to be owned. So Snake and Faded, you both say no. Or Snake is being a dick and saying if we ride on the sidewalk. I'm not gonna ride on the sidewalk. I'm genuine now, I'm fucking determined. You all think that my driving is that bad. Nicole, you're not gonna sabotage me. If you do, then you've got to give me $10. And we know neither of us has $10. Oh, you, there's no givesies backsies now. If I could be in with $10. Oh. This is torture. Faded, shut up. No, I'm usually lovely to you, Snake. This is why I don't understand. This is why I hurt so much. I'm always nice to you, Snake, but you don't believe in me, nah. Nah. I'm about to make it. I have confidence in Rain. I've never been so down. Concentrating on my... Oh. Nicole, you hold your hat, so I'm gonna be our sugar daddy. Also, just for the record, this is painful. Don't tell me to look at chat. I'll up it. Also, you'll be able to tell if I take damage. I will scream. Nicole's mum back in Australia will be able to tell if I take damage. My heart, I wish we had a heart rate monitor. I shouldn't be this on edge. Paula! You mean to tell me when we're right around the corner, I could have had the siren on? Does that make them move, or does it make them panic? Actually, you know what? We're gonna do it the good old-fashioned way about the siren. Boys. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me you were wrong. I did it. I wish I had a mic just so I could drop it.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiance...
What is it? Oh! When the game knows. When the game knows. Without damage. Without damaging your vehicle.
It really is.
I'm genuinely a little bit hurt though. No one believes in my driving aside from Nicole. And that's because you're basically obligated to, because...
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
Stop! LAPD! Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case. Go on,
Put your hands in the air!
Oh, come on. My heart is still racing.
Give it up! LAPD! Don't make me chase you!
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How'd I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. He came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry? You told Heather you're honeymooning without her? Vacheron Constantine. It's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
Well, that's clearly a truth.
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea. Get a list of society parties, and find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill?
Faded. Fucking hell. It was a joke. There was no obligation. I do not condone betting. But the joke was $5. That was $10. Faded, you're disqualified. I'm joking. Thank you. No, I love betting. Oh, Faded, don't tell me. Okay, now who wants to bet that I'm gonna get all the answers correct? I did 10 because that was long as fuck. Aww. To be fair, my heart is still racing if it's any consolation. But no, I really do appreciate it. You're already a patron as well. My lord, Faded. I feel like I need to... I don't know. Gambling is a vice of mine. Don't get me started. Nicole won't let me. Nicole physically won't let me, and I'm just like, I want to. There's like a 50-50 chance of winning on some things, and I'm just like, you could win a lot of money. But yeah, it was really long, and my heart is racing still.
Julia Randall. I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
You guys don't want me to have any fun.
I think you ordered them to kill her. It was made to look like suicide, and when the coroner saw through that, you knew it was time to run.
I told you I was involved in the burglaries. I had nothing to do with Julia's death. Why would I need to run?
You have a train ticket, bitch.
Have you told Miss Swanson that you're leaving for Mexico City tomorrow night? That it's a one-way ticket?
Henry? Tell me it isn't true.
Fuck all,
choice.
Faded.
I wanted to marry Heather. I told Julia I wanted out, and she laughed in my face. I had to pay Willie and Jimmy a fortune to do her, and now I'm completely broke.
What you are, Buster, is under arrest.
With all due respect, Nicole, I only get the free apps because we broke. Well, now we have $10. We're not broke.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
Yeah, he was on a
I can't remember.
list, wasn't he?
I don't keep a list of these things.
Technically, Casey's betting got you $10. I guess Faded has got you there, and that mean that we can buy food. Nicole, be grateful for my betting. Be
Your
grateful
first
to
burglary
Faded
was a
for
Dr.
giving.
Harold Stoneman. You want to explain how he is involved, or shall I?
Henderson is Stoneman. He was crazy about Julia. She could get him to do whatever she wished. He threw the parties, and we arranged the burglaries. Julia never let him touch her. She just kept him hanging on the promise. Drove the good doctor almost insane.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Nicole put another ring on her.
You can drive. All right, where to?
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor
I said
fit
the
in?
apps are,
That's what we're about to find out.
gimmick,
Maybe we
but
should ask him to
depending on
give
the
you a quick
circumstances,
once-over. That
can get
meathead
you
gave you
one,
one hell of a
again,
pasting.
depending on
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
Should have never told you that.
Hold up. Hold up. Nicole, I got a bone to pick with you. Bearing in mind who you're in a relationship with, you're grateful for my joking, and you're grateful for Faded's heart. Oh! Hold up. Hold up. I'm Faded already giving... Oh, hold up. Oh my lord. Hold up. You should compliment my heart and his joking. Or my joking and my heart, and maybe he's joking a little bit. Casey, did you see the part where I confessed my love? Faded, no you didn't. Because if you did, I would kick your ass.
You know the way. You can drive. Where are we going?
Actually, you know what? That was... You know, I think you had the most beautiful heart of anyone and everyone. Yes, I do, and that's extremely gay in the best way, Nicole. I'm gonna get your fingers faded. You're gonna be right there. Right there. Or between here because it's little fingers. So you get right in there, and then you get paper, and then you paper cut right there. You think it's all talk, Faded? Don't confess your love for people's wives. Come at me, bro. Kashma Sahabada. I only threaten you out of love. Partially. Baden, I'm sorry.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
Nicole, he's joking. We both know if he was going to go with any of us, it will be me. We've had a thing going for a while now. I mean... Nicole, I can explain.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in
I won't
court
beat you up,
that
Faded.
Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
No promises about Nicole. I don't control what she does.
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
The practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
Didn't see that coming.
That was special. Can't believe I did what? Oh, you best not be saying about how I got there in one piece. You better believe that happened.
Operator,
You better
message for
believe that.
KGPL.
Putting you through now.
I need an
That's
ambulance
because
at the corner
usually I'm not
immediately
trying.
to the offices
But
of
I had a
Dr.
point
Harold
to
Stallman,
prove.
1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski
And
says
5 people is not true. It's 3 at most.
Reed, former wrestler. Known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way.
Wait, what are you clipping?
We have an address
You're
for the
clipping the drive.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Three and 2 dogs. Vader, you're lucky I like you. Because I'd be upset. Wait, I'm lucky I like you then, I don't know. Just forget about it. Forget about it.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next
Oh,
guy.
Fader, do you watch the Super Mario Maker 2 thing by Dashi? Thanks, Fader. I wanted to clip it at the time, but I didn't know how. Thanks for clipping it. Don't want to forget Casey's determination to win. But yeah, let me know, Faded. You do. Faded. I'm gonna need you to listen up, listen closely, but most of all, I'm gonna need you to listen carefully.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this out of the street.
I'm sorry, I swear I'll never do that again.
Harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
Wait, what? Should I be concerned that I'm really good at it then? Welcome back to Soup. I'm already here, what am I doing? Willie's apartment, but when does it open?
Wait. Cole. You hear that?
No. That's my issue. And who?
I'll say hello to the skipper for you. For now, follow up on the narco wing.
Why do I feel like I've missed something? I have. Okay, you're right. 3. Take a useless piece of shit, put it by your side in the car. Boom, you have Roy. Don't judge my improv.
Broadcasting from Los Angeles, California, this is KTI Radio. And now, news from Washington.
That was a true Dashi 3. A true Dashi improv, a classic Dashi. I love it. Good.
He wouldn't be that way. I think you're barking up the wrong tree.
Where would he be? I felt like I was going insane, but I could hear it. I could hear it in my shit.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Faded, I'm gonna need you to close all 57,000 of your shit. I guess then. Ruby keeps sabotaging the stream. Okay. Please tell me I'm going the right way. Close all 7 of your eyes. Open one. Dream a dream. Congratulations, you just had a dream. Vishwa? Oh, that one wasn't yellow, so I wasn't sure if I could do that.
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings.
There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, I kind of wanna... What was it? Bitch, I do the most random shit that I get trophies for. Don't always be a thug about it. Sometimes the easiest solution is the last thing on your mind.
Flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Well, you had that impact on a lot of them.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
8 million stories. That's how many I feel like we're going for, or not? Complete the Naked City. Vehicle damage 0. Just saying. What's that?
The whole company is gone, Hank. The Major is dead. We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cals still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was
Take
your
a
friend
screenshot,
too,
print it
Cole.
out and frame it.
Is this how
That
you're
sound like
going
a
to leave
threat.
him? Are you wounded?
Scratch, Kelso.
Well, get out of that fucking hole. Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star and promoting you to First Lieutenant.
Earl Phelps. A shooting at the 111 Club. 6232 Hollywood Boulevard.
Sounds like a homicide beef.
2 of the dead guys caught in the crossfire were carrying Army surplus morphine. Get over there before homicide tramples all over the place.
We already cleared that up.
Judge in Pasadena took the big sleep yesterday. He had a personal stash of 20 cigarettes. Appears we didn't get all of it.
Oh, just you wait.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call it here. It's like 6 a.m. and I need to be up early. I know that we said that we're gonna finish the desk, but we literally has one left. Also, that sounds horrible, faded. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call it here, and then I will be back tomorrow probably to finish it off, because we'll have this one, and then I think that there's like 4 on the last one, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we're getting through it. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone for watching, and I shall see you all next time. And before we go though, I have quick shout outs. Okay, So thank you, Kalia, for the follow on Twitch, and thank you to Faded for the $10 donation, who said, I'm a man of my word, and that was a lot longer than I thought it would be. I'll go 10 GG. Thank you to everyone who watched, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. And thank you, Faded and Dark Wolf, for the Twitter and Patreon shoutouts. Okay, bye bye.